Hi, welcome to the Game Plan. I'm Rico.
I'm Lindsay.
Today we're going to be talking about the most anticipated games that are published in 2020 for us.
Yes.
My top 5, her top 5.
Mm-hmm.
These are games that when we went to BGG and we did an advanced search on games published in 2020, scrolled through all of them. And
I don't know about all of them, but a lot of them.
And then, didn't research all of them, but just kind of, and then kind of open
that one
read.
Looks cool. I'll open that, and then we'll whittle them down to, got it down to 5.
Got mine down to 5.
Yeah.
I do have, I made a rule for myself because I back Kickstarters and a lot of them are expected to, fulfill in 2020. I'm not including those because obviously those are my most anticipated because otherwise I wouldn't have backed them.
Okay. Oopsie whoopsie.
Well, you can do whatever.
Okay.
You didn't back them. I backed them.
Okay, that's true.
So I have 3 honorable mentions that I would like to mention at the end of the video that would have made the list had they...
Had you not put that rule on yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So mine are in no particular order. I didn't really know how to order them.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I've not played them. I just read about them a little bit, and so these are just in an order of games that I think are cool.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to go?
Sure. Let's start with you.
Okay.
Mine are not that way.
My number 5 is Oceans.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which is basically evolution underwater.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's a standalone expansion type of game that includes that.
Standalone game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different. I love ocean themed things. I love underwater movies. I love anything with sharks. So this just popped right out at me.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the evolution artwork too, and the underwater ones are really cool looking.
Cool.
So that was my number 5.
Very cool. I can understand why you would choose that one.
But I already kind of know how it plays, so that's
good choice.
Thank you.
So my number 5 is called Contact.
Okay.
And this, the reason I'm putting it as my number 5 is because it looks like a game that is going to hit a genre that is so far very niche, but I have enjoyed it, and that is deductive cooperative.
Deductive cooperative.
So like the Shipwreck Arcana.
Okay.
And the Contact is a cooperative game. I generally very much dislike cooperatives, but this one is a deductive one where you are, as I understand it, the team is like traveling through space and they're getting or not necessarily traveling through, they've received messages from outer space, but they don't know where it's coming from, and you have to work together to decrypt them to get the coordinates of where you want to travel to in order to meet whoever's sending you it.
That sounds quite perfect for Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think he's going to like that one.
I was like, God, is it
Yeah.
kind of...
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like that one for you. I would play it too, but I think you're going to just really excel at it.
I hope it's
I'm going to be sitting here going, is it that one?
I hope it's actually deduction. That's my biggest fear, is that there's going to be games like Alchemy that claim that they're deduction with it. Oh, they're not.
Just bluffing.
I mean, there's deductive elements, but you can't actually fully deduce something. You have to end up bluffing or pushing your luck in some sense. Whereas like the Shipwreck Arcana, and there are games that are legitimate deduction, and I hope this is one of them.
Okay. All right, well, I guess we'll find out next year. Yeah. All right. Okay. So my number 4 is Manchukuo. Manchukuo. So this is a worker placement area control game where you are, it's in Chinese history, and they're under basically like martial law, and they can't gather because they think when groups gather, they're wanting to overthrow the government. But you're a teacher, and you're teaching your specific kind of, I don't know if it's martial arts or profession. I'm not sure exactly what you're teaching, but there's, everybody's a teacher, and only one like dojo or whatever is going to come out on top at the end. So you have to go out and recruit people to your school.
Huh. Sounds interesting. I don't think I even noticed this one.
Yeah, it looks really cool, I think, anyway. Cool. I don't know if dojo was the right word, so don't yell at me, but your school. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It looked really cool. And so, like, if you recruit people, if you recruit a bunch of people, you have more actions the next time. But if you recruit just a couple people, you only have a couple actions the next turn.
Yeah.
So I thought it sounded
And there's probably like a balance between how much resources you have to support the number of people. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
So there's that one. Let me say that one more time. Manchukuo. I think I did it better that time.
Okay.
Okay.
So my number 4 is Oceans.
Oh, nice. That's good.
I've been playing the Evolution game on the app quite a bit lately. We have Climate, and I've wanted to pull it out. Haven't had the opportunity. Almost had the opportunity, but it didn't.
Yeah. We also have Flight that we never played with.
Yeah, we haven't actually played Flight. Yeah. But I love the game, and I got a little soured on it at the 6-player count because it's brutal for the person who goes last at 6-player, and so I don't think I'd ever play it with more than 4. But I'm really loving, like, I've discovered some strategies. The next time I play it, I'm gonna destroy some people.
Cool. Awesome. Even more than normal.
So
great.
I'm looking forward to trying Oceans because I imagine that some of the nuances that I've discovered I'm not joking, in my 205 plays.
Jeez.
All
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So next time we play Evolution, Rico's gonna win for sure.
Probably.
All right. So Oceans is on the list for sure. Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, my number 3, and we've talked about this one before, but looking at it again, I do kind of want to try it at least. And it was Honey Buzz, but without the memory element.
Okay, I remember that there was the game about bees, and one of them. Yeah. Okay.
So another thematic gem for me is bees, and this one you're laying tiles to do certain actions, and in the game there is a memory element to it, which I'm not exactly sure how it plays, but that just shut me right down. But then as we were watching the video, we saw that you can play it without that portion. So that lifted me back up. So I did want to try it, at least at like a convention or something.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay.
Okay, so my number 3.
Uh-oh, is there 2 of them?
Yeah. Well, and the reason there are 2 is because I couldn't find enough pictures of either of them to really get a feel for what they were. Like, the description, I have an idea of how they play, and they're both very similar in how they play.
But some of these are so new, they don't have games included. I mean, pictures
They have
included.
they just have like the cover art.
Yeah.
And so one is called Simplicity.
Okay.
And the other one is called Traintopia.
Okay.
But they're both, from what I can tell, they're both the same type of game, and whichever one looks like it will be better once I get an actual look at the game,
then it will take
then that
over
will be the
number
one.
3.
But for now, they're kind of like, I was like, oh, they're basically the same. So the Simplicity is you're building a little simple city on a little grid. Like it's almost like a roll, and you roll the dice, and then people draft the die. Not roll. I guess that's not a roll. It's dice drafting. Okay. So you roll a die, and then everyone around the table will draft those die to create their little city. And then Traintopia, which I think might be a little bit more likely to be the number 3 version, is similar to that, but you're also trying to transport people along your routes, your trains, and so you're trying to get points by building an engine of train movement in addition to the
That sounds
the
like
route
something
building.
you'd like. It's like that
Spatial.
the plane one that we used to play, like Pixel Planes or something like that.
Oh yeah. The app.
Yeah, you're
I guess
taking people and dropping them off and picking them up. And
Yeah. There's a pick up and deliver element to it. So yeah,
the most efficient way.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like up your alley.
So that's when I'm thinking Traintopia will be the one, but I couldn't. I guess I just couldn't tell from the descriptions and the pictures.
That's fair.
So.
Okay, so Rico's 2 number 3s. All right. So my number 2 is another hard to pronounce word, Tungaru.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I was that close to back in the Kickstarter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a dice placement resource conversion game of colonization. So you're placing your dice, you're turning them into things, and you're taking over the whole place.
And it's a Polynesian theme.
Yeah.
And it looked really cool.
That was Tungaru was the name of the island archipelago that they came across. It's called something else now, but it's basically the Polynesian people going in and like colonizing the place. So you like recruit folks and take over the place. It looks really pretty too.
Just take it over.
Just take over that whole place. Right. Yeah, I mean, it's what it is.
Cool.
Okay.
My number two?
Uh-huh.
So my number two is a bit of a missed Kickstarter regret.
Okay.
I don't know how widely this will be available. So it was a Kickstarter that was about, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago. It's called Genotype.
Did we talk about this?
Maybe.
Okay.
And it's the Mendelian, so it's Mendel genetics, and you're like, I think the theme is you're back and you're a student of his trying to reproduce genetic discoveries
cool.
and stuff. And so it's very tightly, with the evolution and Darwin and stuff, it's very tightly coupled with that. And it's, from what I can tell, it's a puzzly game. You're trying to get together traits in such a way to produce whatever it is you're trying to do genetically.
That sounds cool.
Sounds kind of fun.
Yeah. Puzzle.
And
Rico likes the puzzles.
I do, and I'm trying to remember why I chose not to back this at Kickstarter time.
Probably because you were just like, we've got enough.
But you're probably right.
I feel like that might have just been bad timing.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll play it. We'll play it at
Hopefully
some
we'll
point.
get a chance to play it.
Okay, my number one is Calico.
Oh.
And we did back this Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be an honorable mention of yours. I'm not sure, maybe. But you're basically like putting together quilts in order to attract cats to come and lay on your quilts, which is near and dear to my heart. I want all the cats to come cuddle me. I don't put together quilts, but I guess I could start if it would attract all the cats. But it's like you get more points for you have to make a certain pattern, but if you can do the pattern to where the cat will come in, you get more points.
Yeah.
Is how I understand it.
Yeah, and it's that spatial puzzle of how you place things down and to create certain
like
things
Barron
to
Park
match.
and things like that. The patchwork, I guess, is similar.
Yep.
Yeah. So this one, you're getting cats.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a cute one, I think. Cool.
Okay, what's your number one?
So my number one is Tekhenu.
Mm-hmm.
Tekhenu, the Obelisk of the Sun.
Okay.
So this is, I am so bad with names, but it's the design crew that did Teotihuacan and Tzolk'in, and there's those guys are the ones that are doing this. So it's kind of like a spiritual successor of that line of games. And this one actually it came in at like number 4 or 5-ish, whatever. And as I was reading about how it plays, I was like, one. It looks so cool. So it's got this weird mechanism where you do, I can't even remember what they call them, but essentially you do like these 2 phases. You do a phase and then you do it twice and that's a round. And then you do 2 rounds and that's an era. And then you do 2 eras and then you score, and you do 2 scores and that's the game. So it's like this, I can imagine there's this ramp up effect, right? Like you can get a little bit going in the first 2 and to kind of get a little engine going, but then you get to do those 4 more times before the next iteration on that. And then you're like, okay, and I can get something, and then you can do those now 16 more times. And so it's like, I just feel like this is one of those that inside that way that you as you progress through the game, everything you do just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope.
That sounds cool.
I hope. Yeah, it does. It sounds really cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, good lists.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So there's.
What are your honorable mentions?
I have 3 honorable mentions.
3,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, these.
Calico?
No, Calico's not even on the list.
Rude.
And I'm looking forward to playing it. I am. But it's just kind of, it's a light filler game. It's one that I think is going to be an easy win everywhere, and I will be happy. It's herbaceous. I will be happy to play it anytime for any reason. But I don't know that it's going to be one that I'm like, oh, I could play Lute of Lima or Calico.
Okay.
So Lute of Lima is my number 3.
And you backed that one?
I did back this one on Kickstarter.
This
This is a new backing for me. It was a very cheap one, and it's a pure deduction competitive game, almost in like, you remember Cryptid?
Yeah.
Almost like that, where there's like a map that you're trying to deduce where things are, but it's hardcore deduction.
Okay.
And there's a solo variant that
okay, good.
I'm probably going to have to take a partake
there, ladies
in.
and gentlemen.
But as from like the description given, they're like, this is the hardcore of hardcore deduction.
That is all Rico.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I bet you are.
And then number 2 is Clinic, which is a heavy Euro. It was a print and play, I believe, and they gained so much traction behind it that they did a Kickstarter based off of it, and it's in fulfillment now. So we should be getting it very soon. But it's a very thinky. You're administrating a hospital, but the layout of the hospital will dictate how the rooms behave. So if you have like a parking lot near these certain types of rooms, they're going to generate this type of traffic. And
Okay.
so you've got 3 levels on your building. So like you have a player mat where you have depicted as levels of a building. I mean, it's not 3D, but you can see that it's 3D. And they are like you can see what rooms are adjacent to each other above and below and side to side. So you have to like kind of keep in track of 360.
I think I remember talking about this.
Gonna like it.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about that one.
And then number 1, I think, is no surprise for anybody who knows me, is Eclipse.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one
I think
should
it
be coming
was
soon.
supposed to be
Because we've got the map
fulfilled.
for it, but
Yeah.
we don't have the actual game.
It was supposed to be fulfilled last year, but it's just been running, and for good reason, that they are doing game trace style things, and
Cool.
what they're trying to do is create a mechanism upon the game tray that will keep track of your scoring for you.
Oh wow.
So like the counter's built into the tray somehow, and they were having trouble getting it to fit right, and so they were re-engineering some of that, and it took a while for them to get that right.
Okay. Well, we have the mat when it comes.
Yeah, and that mat is awesome.
It's really nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, and that would have been my number one. I mean, Tekhenu, though, sounds pretty
That sounds
freaking
really cool. Yeah.
Really cool.
All right. Good finds.
Thanks.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Are there any
Yeah. What are you eager to play?
any games you guys know about that we missed?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there are a lot of them. Let us know, and I'd love to put it on the want to play list.
Yep. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.